was really excited for this video because I got a Temu order in that I've been looking at a bunch of things on there, and how I do it is I fill up my cart and things that I want like a month down the road, or as I go through different projects and I'm thinking, man, I would really benefit from having that, or yeah, basically would it make my job more efficient or helpful or fun even. And then if I still want it like a month down the road, then I end up doing a bulk order and getting it. So I've probably put in like 5 Temu orders, and there's only been one thing that I flat out didn't like for the purpose that I was going to use it for, but then I ended up loving it for something else. And I will tell you, it is a little drill. Like, it seemed, this little electric drill, it seemed like it would be good for resin, like to sand down the sides, but it's not. As soon as it gets hit on something, it stops. But it is perfect for nails, and I do my own, so this is actually came in clutch. Perfect, wonderful, I love it. So, and then I've gotten a couple molds that have warped edges, but they're cents. I think the most expensive one I got was $5, and nothing was wrong with it. So even Amazon, and I know they are third-party sellers too, but I know it just depends on how they ship it. So sometimes you can get a mold that everyone loves and there's no issues with, but the one that you get could be packaged wrong and it just has a warped edge. So anyway, so let's get this going. So excited. Okay. And as you see, I haven't opened this yet. I haven't touched it. Just got it. Let's back this light up a little bit. So, I need to learn how to put things back since I'm done with them. So, right away, these little finger toppers. I wanted to get into stamping. I was going to say back, but no. I've never really done stamping, but I've seen them blend, or even just use them as like with stencils. So you dab it on the ink and then stencil. Plus I have kids, so these will be perfect. And I think those are like cents. I have the breakdown list somewhere of how much everything costs, but those were $2. This is actually something I was very excited about, and one of the reasons I wanted to open it tonight so I could do my Etsy order tonight. This is technically for nails. So you put the nail polish bottles in there, and then you're supposed to have the person put their fingers like that to separate them. But what I got it for is for, what's it called? Resin. So that way, when I'm making an order that has multiple colors, I have, well, obviously it won't stay with nothing in it. Hopefully it won't explode my resin everywhere. That would be awful. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. We'll see if that works. Okay, maybe that won't work. If it won't work for that, like I said, I do my own nails and I do the dips, and they have, it's kind of a game, it's fun. Okay, anyway, I will use it for nail polish, worst case. I do have different size containers though, so, oh, see, there you go. You just need, and not use those lightweight ones. So those will work in there, because my point is, yes, they'll stand alone, but not when they have a stir stick in it. It gets, sometimes when it gets top heavy and then it spills. So this will be perfect. Or, knowing me, more than it spilling on its own, I will spill it. hence the fresh glass of vino. A half or so that is one of the reasons I was very excited to open it tonight and use it to do my project tonight. Or my order. And then there's that. Oh, this I thought would be a lot bigger. Actually, it's probably good that it's small. But I have really dry hair, and when it's winter, it gets even more dry. So I got this little scalp. So you put oil in it, and I use olive oil. They're like ball points, ball bearings on the end. So you're supposed to put oil and then just, so it gets delivered right to your scalp. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it was 80 cents. So if it works, great. If it doesn't, no harm. Oh, and then it has, the top is silicone, so it can be forced through, a little pusher, plunger guy. And then the cap is silicone too, so you could store oil in there and it won't seep out. So that's cool. And then these, I got to go with this. So I'll show you these first. Got washi tapes, and actually, I thought it, oh no, I think it did. I do remember that it was a big, I looked at a bunch of different ones, but this one came with 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I lied. The other one I looked at was 12. So all different. So pretty. So I got those, and I don't know why, I'd never seen this before, but Temu started doing a thing where if it's a small item or a cheap item, then you have to order 2 to fill the like minimum quota or order allotment. So I ended up having to get 2 of these washi tape containers, but to me it's fine because now I have, I can grow into it, but I also have 2 levels. So I can put them both straight away into a little container. So that's perfect. I feel like everybody's seen these or has one, but you can change, you can take this out and then turn it to a more aggressive, you can take that out and have it be the more aggressive tooth thing or a little bit more fine. So that's cool. I think I had one before that I got from Wish when that was big, and it either didn't have that or I didn't realize. So that will come in handy too. And when we moved, I guess, I had a huge washi tape stash. And so actually, if you are watching this and you're like, I have a lot now, I might have just given it all to my sister. I don't know what I did with it, but I've looked everywhere in my craft room and it did not make the move with us. So someone got a bunch of washi tape. Oh, and then also I got stamps with my little finger daubers, or stamps. I got ink pads. And it looks pretty kitty, but like I said, I have girls, so if it ends up not being that cool, then that'll be perfect for the girls. And that was $3, I think, or $2.41, but it was in that range. These I use all the time. This was 80 cents. Yep, I have 3 of these, well, 4 of these now, and I use them all over. So one in my sewing, one for Cricut, one for, I don't know if I use one for resin, but anyway, they're at all my little stations, and then the kids love them too because they're retractable. So sometimes when they grab them, I cannot find them. So it's nice to have a backup one hanging around. Don't know what this is. The one thing that's fun yet frustrating about Temu, I'll say it, the frustrating thing is the order or the shipment takes, I think it was like 10 days, so it's not that long, but compared to Prime, it takes a while. But when I'm looking at so many different things constantly on Temu, or like putting new things in my cart or taking them out, I always forget by the time it comes to me what I have in the bag. So it's like a surprise. Oh, calipers. So these, I've gotten into a few situations where something was really, really thin and I couldn't measure it very easily in, like with a ruler. I mean, I could, but not as accurately. So I thought it would be cool to finally have a digital caliper, which I'm hoping somewhere there's a pull tab to change the battery, because tis not turning on. Oh, there's no battery, so hopefully. Okay, well, I will say this is the first time that I've seen that. Temu's usually very good about sending batteries with the item, except in this case. So that's a bummer, and it's kind of like one of those hearing aid battery size things. So actually I did get from another order, and I'm pretty sure maybe around the same. I think it would probably be about the same battery size. In fact, looking at the size of the compartment, I think it is. This one just takes 3, but this thing is so cool. So it's got a ruler on it. It's got all the different levels for diagonal, straight, or horizontal, or flat or horizontal. Oops. Measuring tape, amazing. And one of the other reasons I got it was for the level for my cups. So when I put my cups on the grid mat, I can see where they're level. Or some people like to hang something on the wall. As long as you can see that this is level, then the line on the wall would be level too. And then you can switch from, where can you see? Where's that? Okay, I'll do it here. So I have little crossbone, and then have it be, that is cross. Line, cross. I think that one's supposed to be just straight line, but there's a little, yeah. So anyway, love this, so helpful. And I think this was $5.90 something. It's $5 or $6. I was from a different order though. So I'm hoping they sent the 3 batteries to turn it on, and then they also had 3 other batteries in the same box. So I don't think those batteries go out very quick, but I have a lot now. So hopefully they're these batteries, because then I will be set. So there's those calipers. Still very bummed they didn't come with batteries. It honestly could just be mine didn't get them, because I have seen more often than not they do really well, including batteries. Okay, there's that. Got a couple molds. So I have a feeling, sorry about the plastic, I have a feeling this mold is gonna be just like the other one. Yep, so for Christmas, I made my family little trinket trays with a photo inside out of these molds. And the ones I made them are nice. They can sit as trays. So they'll look like this without the little cross support beams. Anyway, so they can sit it flat, but they can't set it up to be a picture, because some of these are bowed. It's hard to see in the camera, but it's pulling out a little that way. So when it ends up curing, it's like diagonal, so it's off center, which is a bummer, because this was also, you know, this one kind of looks good actually. This was also one that you had to order 2 of, and it was $1. These were like $1.30, I think, for the molds. So something kind of lightning deal. And actually that one looks good. Oh, wow. I was gonna say it looks good. Honestly, I could just kind of fashion my own wood support popsicle stick thing. Well, I pushed it back in and I think it's fine. Well, the true testament is to pouring and letting it cure and then seeing. And I can do a little bit of sanding, but I don't want to do that when I buy a mold for a couple bucks. It's not worth all that process to go into sanding down. I might as well just get one from a nicer store, vendor, or whatever, and have it last a lot longer. And then, oh no, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, these, trying to keep away, were $2 something, so $3 for 4 cups. And I always need cups. The thing I was wondering is the measurements are on the inside, which is not my favorite because then it gets hard to clean because you see they're, it's hard to see. These are raised, so the resin cures on there and gets, it's just a little harder to clean. But that's okay. They were like $3. So that's what those look like. And my old ones are a little yellowed. They still work. It's got resin in there, but they're still nice. But it's so nice to have a bunch of these around. And actually, I guess they could fit in there, but not really. I don't see it. Well, no, I guess there would be a reason because these do fall over with the weight of a stick. Yeah, anyway, so that might be helpful in that silicone nail polish kit too. There's that. This. So my Etsy shop, I do sell, so loud. I don't know how bad that treacle is, but I do know when some people open their stuff on YouTube videos, sometimes it's deafening. Yeah, alphabet mold. So I cut mine up so they're easier to manage, and especially when I have an order, I only need a couple, and it's annoying to have the whole thing out for a couple. So actually, like here, got a little beachy theme going on right now. Those are just pouring for me to mess with it and see how I liked it. And then the M's I use a lot. M's, A's, J's, and I want to say K's. Maybe not. But M's and A's for sure. So this mold was $3.98, and I almost wish it was one that made me get 2 because then I would have even more. So I did do a bulk order, and I had 6 A's, and at that point I only had 2 molds, so I had to do them 3 different times, but now that cuts down a little bit more when I have one extra. I'm running out of space up here. These also were another item that I had to order 2, which is funny because I don't know if I said this already, but you had to order 2 of these, and then I went back a couple days later just to browse and see what else had gone on Lightning Deal, and that situation was gone. You didn't have to order 2 of a bunch of things that I already ordered 2 of. So that was kind of frustrating, but silicone spatula stir sticks. I love these, use them all the time. My old one is a little worse for the wear. It's kind of ending up getting gouged in some areas from getting clean with alcohol. Because alcohol breaks down silicone eventually, but it's not worth it to me to not clean it that way. It's easier just to keep replacing the item. Especially, I say keep replacing it. That silicone stir stick I got 3 years ago, so it's worth it to me. It'll last me for years. This, I'm surprised I didn't have already, but it's a little, I think technically it's a little rhinestone diamond kit, like grabber, like a little wax tip, but helps with paper projects, and then it comes with 2 extra wax nibs. But yeah, it'll be nice to have so I can pick up fine little items. I don't ever do rhinestones on my fingernails. Otherwise that would help in that situation, I guess. But it's funny, it's 4 rhinestones and there's a bunch in there. That's entertaining. Okay, so there's that. I think we're getting to the end. I got this because I was thinking, no, it definitely sounds acrylic. I was thinking it could be silicone, but it's just a little, I think it's sold as it's either sold as a chopstick rest or paintbrush. Now that I'm saying it, I'm pretty sure it's paintbrush. But I thought it would be nice to have my stir sticks propped up so they don't drip on the mat. But now if they drip on that, I'm not gonna get it off because it's not silicone. So, I don't know. This one was 80 cents. So if it doesn't work, it's worth it. Then I could probably just use it for paintbrushes or nail stuff or something. But, yeah. Oh, no, one other item. Oh, this, I didn't have that great of high hopes about. But I don't know, it could end up being great. They are little, kind of just sea glass, it looks like. Little pieces of sea glass, and I thought it was going to be a bigger bag, but anyway, it's pretty. So I thought that would be pretty in some resin keychains, but then as I got it, I was thinking, since it's clear, when you add water, it makes them almost invisible. So I'm wondering if the color is dark enough that it won't. So like obviously the clear pieces or the white ones, maybe like the very light frosty blue ones won't work, but anyway. So if they don't work, I'm sure I will find a place to put them. Even if it's like in a plant, succulent, that would be cute. Okay, last item is another reason I've been anxious to open this. It's an organizational thing that I've been waiting for. To do one of my other projects. Oh, here's another item. That's cool. It is a clear acrylic container set. And this, they say this was like $30, but then it was on sale and then lightning sale. So normally on Temu it would have been about $7, but when it was on the lightning sale, it was $4.50. So I decided to just snag it because I knew it wouldn't be that low again. And they are just quite simply little, oh, they're individually bagged. I wonder if I can use these bags somewhere. They're just clear acrylic containers. So it came in a set of 18. So I am definitely gonna put these to use. Even if it's not craft room, then kitchen. I was waiting for this to put all my mica powders in them so you can see them, and then my glitters and my inks. So you can see them, but they're gonna be a little bit more clean and cohesive up there. So that was one of the big reasons that I was excited to open this order too. And that way I could get going with my other video is doing the pegboards. So this is up and installed and will always constantly change as far as where I want everything. But mostly it just needs to be aesthetically spruced up. So with these containers, placement, maybe I'll spread these out and just make it look more attractive to the eye. So that, and then last thing is, I honestly thought this made me buy 2 as well, but I guess not. I didn't have a pair of fussy cut scissors, and they're just quite simply white scissors. They are supposed to be non-stick. Actually, they're pretty sharp. That's surprising. They're supposed to be non-stick, so I can cut like double-sided sticky tape or whatever, and that'll work. I did, well, I'm not gonna look for it now, but I did get a pair of snips. I don't even know what they're called. They're scissors, but they're just like, I see them a lot for sewing. They're just little boingy. They don't actually have the loops. Just kind of looks like tweezers, but you just clamp them down. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I got a pair from Temu, and it came with two. I looked back and it did say that two were included, but I didn't realize that. And they're so sharp, wonderful for sewing, but they're not good for paper projects. So these will be nice for fussy cut. And they do glide pretty nicely. So excited for those. I don't know which one my favorite is. I think at this point I'm very excited about this. I'll be using it. And this was $7 something, $7.40, $7.50, $7. Yeah, very excited. My washi tapes too. I've been waiting for washi tape for some of to pack my Etsy orders. So that's where I am. I've got all these fun things I can start playing with. And yeah, I think I would do an order or another video of a Temu haul of everything that I've gotten from Temu, and it's been so great. There's not a lot of things that I've got from there that I regret. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to go jump into making my Etsy order, and I will do a video of that. So have a good night, and I will see you soon.